Are you hungry to surge forward in your life, to leap over the blocks that have been in front of you, but you feel stuck? You want help and you're unsure if you need a therapist or a life coach. Today I will explain the difference and I'll help you to make that decision. Welcome to Morning Tea.
Hi, I'm Joanne Jolie, business owner and entrepreneur, licensed yacht helmsman, mother, grandmother, and musical artist.
If you're trying to understand the difference between a therapist or a life coach is professionally trained to help you maximize your full potential and achieve your desired results. Life coaching is forward-looking and it works from the foundation of your strengths. We talk about bright futures and how we're going to get there. Coaches are not your counselor, they're not your teacher. Instead, they are your partner and they're super focused on growth, helping you conquer your fears, providing that really important accountability and motivation for you to follow through on the actionable steps that you set. Think of it like a sports coach who works with world-class athletes, offering enthusiastic support and objective insight. A therapist helps identify issues from your past, digging into your subconscious mind to discover what is creating the problems in your life that are preventing you from moving forward. You would typically see a therapist if you're suffering from major depression, mood disorders, alcohol or chemical dependency. Therapists analyze past events as a way of understanding the current behavioral patterns. The first tip to help you determine whether you need a therapist or a life coach is to take a look at this analogy from the sailing world. The yacht is heading in the direction of the broken gold line. It's a beautiful day, the sails are trimmed perfectly and all seems well, but there are unseen forces at work. The current is pushing on the vessel unseen beneath the surface. And even the power source, which is the wind, is acting to push against the boat's course. The COG, which is the course over ground, is actually on a direct collision course with the red buoy. Drift is natural and it's easy to get off our set course. Course corrections are essential to make sure we don't get too far off course and run into hazards. Setting sail is only the first step in your journey. It is the consistent course corrections along the way that leads to your desired destination. And a life coach will work with you to get you back on course, moving towards your destination, making sure your ship shape, your sails are trimmed to capitalize on the weather conditions, whereas a therapist would help if you're unable to manage the boat. We would get you back on deck, get you behind the wheel, and soon skippering the vessel. By the way, it might surprise you to learn that many highly successful people have personal life coaches. Everyone needs a coach. We all need people that give us feedback. That's how we improve. Number 2, to help you determine if you need a life coach or a therapist, you can ask yourself a question. Is a past trauma present with me? Some people experience traumas, painful events, and they're able to put them in their proper place and only allow them the attention they deserve, which is usually pretty little. And then they can keep focused on the joy of living a life with meaning and purpose. But if the traumatic memories bring distress to you too often, they cause you to act in harmful ways like overeating or overspending or trying to control your family or your relationships, then a therapist may be in order to help you work through things through the painful past events. The third tip for determining if a therapist or a life coach is best for you is to take a look at what they can do for you. A life coach can work with you to create actionable steps to move you towards your personal and professional goals. They can help you to improve communication in your relationships. Life coaches look at the whole person and determine areas that are out of balance. Or they can help you work through life transitions such as empty nest or divorce. A therapist can help you understand how your past traumas are affecting you today. They can diagnose and treat depressions and other mental illness, and they can help you work through destructive behavior patterns and make the changes you need. And there are times when we can serve as our own therapists. If we are able to meet problems honestly, head on, with a willingness to act. See my video linked below for tips on self-therapy. Number 4, before you see a therapist or a coach, I have a recommendation. Do you have a trusted person in your life that you can simply talk to? There's something so enlightening about verbalizing things that are spinning around in our heads, getting them out and hearing yourself speak these things into the open. It can be quite surprising. You might realize that this thing is not the monster you've believed in. It might lose its power, freeing up space in your mind to think more clearly and sort things out yourself. I'll tell you, I've been sailing my whole life, and only a few years ago I made a massive mistake. Got us off course and came dangerously close to running the yacht aground. It happens to the best of us. Life is always changing, throwing us curveballs, and whether you need to take command of the wheel or you are underway and you need course corrections, we can all use support and assistance from time to time. A coach just has a different perspective. Still to this day, the best have coaches because the coach can see what you can't see because you're in the forest they're outside of it. Both a therapist and a life coach can help you see the problems in front of you as a separate entity, something that perhaps you've been feeding, nurturing, breathing life into. And the day we stop doing that, that's the day that the entity starts to choke and die. So whether you make a decision to go with a therapist or with a life coach, you're making a really, really good move, and that can lead to wonderful changes in your life. And I most certainly wish you outrageous success in this next step of your life's journey.
Sure, something bad happened. Something bad happened to everybody on the planet. I don't care who you are, something bad has happened to you. But if you continue to tell that story to yourself, that is who you are, it will continue to be true. That damage will stay for the rest of your life. But it doesn't have to be that way.
Thank you so much for being here. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to this channel because we post new videos every week, and go over to joannejolie.com to be on my official mail list, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
Where would be the trial? I am gold, moving through fire.